Back in early 2018 or 2017, I watched a series with a friend of the channel and long-time subscriber, Bill. This series was called Genshiken, and I honestly didn't know what to think of it at first, and even planned to do multiple reviews for it. Here's even the thumbnail I made. But, as is tradition, I got busy and decided to scrap that idea. Funnily enough, though, for this month's OVAwesome, you guys voted for me to watch the Genshiken OVA, so I'm here to talk about the first episode of the Genshiken OVA. Let's get into it. So, if you don't know about Genshiken, it's a slice-of-life series where there is a college anime club called Genshiken. One of the club members, Kosaku, has a non-otaku girlfriend named Kasakabe, and her goal is to make him more normal. But the longer she stays in the club with her boyfriend, Kasakabe starts to understand the anime culture a little bit more, little by little. This OVA takes place after season 1 of the show, which I have watched and I won't spoil here, but if you guys want a review for season 1, make sure to like this video and comment below if you want one. So the gist of the first episode of the OVA is that they take in Ogiui, who is a hater of the gays, or in other words, a hater of women who likes yaoi, or men smashing out most righteously with men. Because of this, she clashes with the yaoi-loving Ono, who, by the way, is a fantastic character in season 1. So Ono decides that she just doesn't believe Ogiui, as, in her words, no woman doesn't like gay men. Her plan is to leave a bunch of pornographic yaoi content on a table and then spy on her from another location to catch her looking at yaoi, and thus supporting Ono's stances. Which, by the way, I love the introduction of Ogiui in the beginning of this episode. It's just so endearing in a weird way. She basically has an argument with her previous club and jumps out a window and breaks her arm. So the other club is just like, yeah, so she's too much to handle, you guys take her. I think most people would stray, but they accepted Ogiui into their fold, which was pretty nice to do and shows how open-minded they really are. Back to it, Kasakabe comes in, and the best way to describe Kasakabe is that she's the best character in the show because she's so open-minded about pretty much everything. A great example of this is when Kasakabe is asked by Ogiui why she is dating an otaku, if she doesn't like anime and other nerdy things. Her response is that it's not a matter of taste, which is so cool of her to say. It shows that Kasakabe is an open-minded individual who doesn't date people based off what things they like or don't like for their entertainment. And in turn, that shows Ogiui is rather, I won't say not open-minded, but misguided, and there is a reason for it. In the 5th grade, she was shown yaoi and was basically traumatized by it. And basically for the rest of this episode, they have a big argument, and we see one major flaw of the series, and that's Kasakabe's punching people. Now, I am ruthless when it comes to this criticism. I absolutely hate characters that hit other characters because it's, air quotes, funny. To me, that's just making physical abuse seem funny, and it's just not. It's also lazy. If you want to pop the audience, making a character a violent person doesn't really work. What does work, for example, is characters like Ono, who are genuinely funny in this show, and even Kasakabe herself. In closing, I think this OVA is one of the better OVAs ever made, if I'm to be honest. And that's simply because it's not some generic story. It's an actual episode that is referenced throughout the rest of the series. They introduce characters in this that would be in season 2. That's incredible to me. How many OVAs these days, and especially the ones I've covered on this series, are just a bunch of boring and painfully cliched episodes with recycled scripts that either have the females getting naked or has the male characters trying to perv out on some of them. It's always so incredibly frustrating as a person who really likes OVAs and what they represent. But somewhere along the way, OVAs became extra episodes that really you can just forget. Well, for Genshiken, you can't forget it. In fact, it's required that you have to watch the OVAs for this show. And that's awesome because not only are they extra episodes for a show you like, but they're extra episodes that are good. I think the only studio doing that these days, I think it's just Kyoto Animation. In my opinion, Genshiken is a series you should all check out if you have any inkling of liking slice of life. It's truly one of the better pure slice of lives because they make it fun, entertaining, and most importantly, actually relatable. Something anime struggles with slice of life to do, like all the time. With that being said, in early 2020, OVAwesome as we know it will be shelved for a new Patreon-only series. I've been doing this show since January of 2018, and I'd personally like to rotate this show out to explore new ideas. What this new idea will be, well, I will announce it in January 2020 with all of the details. I am very excited for this new project and new content to show you all, and I hope you guys have enjoyed OVAwesome as much as I have for these past 2 years. Without you guys, there wouldn't be an OVAwesome, there wouldn't be a Patreon page. You guys are absolutely the best, and I love you all. So, with that being said, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell, like this video, comment below. What are your thoughts on Genshiken and the OVA? As well know that, well, this is Patreon content, and you can get this a whole month early just by supporting me on the $1 tier and above. Thanks for watching.